Broly, you need to step aside, and you need to make way for maybe the new legendary Super Saiyan. Trunks straight up pulled a Broly in this episode. Like, this man's transformation, I'm just perplexed right now. Because I don't know how to take the transformation that Trunks just did. Obviously, there's some form of God Ki going on with his aura. You see the blue Ki going on, and that references God Ki. But his eyes, and the bulky nature, and how he was walking, just you hear the stomping sound, like the boom, boom, and you just see the fucking ground just crushing in. It reminds me so much of Broly. It does, and hopefully I am not the only one that got that feeling when I finished this episode and saw that transformation. I mean, the solid white eyes reminded me of Broly instantly, and then also the way he was walking, just all the force in his step, with literally crushing the ground in, to how beefcake he was. He just reminded me so much of Broly at that moment. I'm like, this man is crazy, and I don't know how to feel right now, because, I mean, I don't know if this is, you know, Super Saiyan Blue for Trunks, like the equivalent, or if this is something else, because there's a lot of things you could discuss about this. For one, Saiyan and human hybrids. It's always been stated earlier on in Dragon Ball Z that hybrids, for instance Gohan, perfect example, was naturally gifted, very strong, very, very, very strong. He was very strong because he was a hybrid. He was a mix between human and Saiyan, and you saw that power increase in the Cell Saga. He could have been stronger than anyone else there, even Goku and Vegeta, if he would have continued to train, which that was one of the main reasons why many of us were upset about Gohan, because he lost that potential, because he could have been a crazy-ass character. And Trunks, if we think about it, he is also a hybrid. And seeing the transformation, I don't know if this is something for just hybrid Saiyans, for instance, half Saiyan, half human, or if this is a different form entirely, or if this is like the precursor to Super Saiyan Blue. Because, I mean, we never really saw the awakening of Super Saiyan Blue. Like, we know about it, we know where they kind of achieved it at, but we didn't see all of it at once. We know how Goku got Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, you know, the red form. We do know slightly about the blue form, but we don't know a whole lot of information. So what we're seeing in this episode might be something along the lines that maybe it's a mix of Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue, because we have to factor in that Trunks has been around a lot of God Ki recently. He has been around Beerus, he's been around Goku and Vegeta, and if you're around people with this type of Ki, most likely it could fuck with your, you know, aura and your Ki, and maybe you could go for a transformation. But on top of that, though, Trunks used an emotional transformation, which is equivalent to how Super Saiyans transform. So there's a lot of variables here going on that I'm kind of confused about, because he is a hybrid, which might change up the dynamic of how he was able to transform like this. But let's just talk about power level at this point, okay? So I'll watch the preview for next week's episode, and clearly Trunks is kicking the ass of Super Saiyan Rose, okay? Goku Black. Now, that would mean that Trunks, if he is beating the shit out of Super Saiyan Rose, okay? And if it's not just, you know, being faked out and the preview's just not lying, but, you know, it's just like maybe 1 minute Trunks is doing good, then that would mean that Trunks, at this time, he's either on par with Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, or even stronger if he's able to push Super Saiyan Rose that much. So, holy shit. And we do know hybrids are very powerful. That's not something that we could just throw off the table. We know hybrid Saiyans are very powerful. They have a lot of potential. And that could be what's going on here. And I just can't wait to see where it's going to go. Now, speaking of the emotional transformation, oh my, how long has it been? How long has it been since we saw a transformation that emotional in Dragon Ball? Oh, it's been far too fucking long. It's been way too fucking long. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the God Ki. I like Super Saiyan Blue. I like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. I like the transformations, like Super Saiyan Red and all that. But I missed those emotional transformations, like, you know, how Gohan was when he got pissed off with Cell, to when Goku got pissed off with Frieza, or when Vegeta literally didn't give a shit anymore and he was pissed off slamming his hands up against the planet. I miss that type of stuff. And seeing, you know, Trunks just getting so pissed off because he realizes what he has done has made all this, and it pushed him over the edge, I was like, yo, this is so good. Because let's talk about the emotions Trunks was feeling at that moment. So, you had to where Goku Black and Zamasu, they were both blaming Trunks for the very reason why they exist at this moment. Because if it wasn't for Trunks even going into the past and saving Goku, Goku would have died. That would mean that Goku was destined to die, and then Zamasu would have never have stole Goku's body. So, Goku Black never would have happened to begin with, but it happened because of Trunks going back into the past. So, it's thanks to Trunks to why any of this happened in the first place. I like that all the actions he's done, like manipulating the timelines, trying to fix things, it made this entire situation. So, everything that's going on right now in his future timeline is thanks to Trunks. He's the one that set all of this in motion, and when you have these two villains have done some horrific shit, they've done some bad stuff, and he's getting blamed for it, that'll set you over the edge, where gods are blaming you, laughing you, mocking you, and then your very reason for saving Goku, and you went out of your way just to save people, but then you cause more misery thanks to your actions. It just makes you question right now, like, holy shit, like, I'm getting blamed for all this and it is my fault. So Trunks literally broke down, went into an emotional fit, and transformed. And that was such a good scene. Oh, that was such a good scene. But that wasn't just it about this episode. Besides just the transformation of Trunks, let's talk about the Goku stuff and what crusty Goku Black did. Oh, that was some crusty shit. So, Goku Black, we know he stole Goku's body. We know it's Zamasu that wished on the dragon, the Super Dragon Balls, to transfer bodies. And after that was done, Goku Black teleported to where Goku was, in Zamasu's body. And we found out what happens to Chi-Chi and Goten in the flashback. And that's... damn. That is some evil shit. That is evil what Zamasu did to Goku's family. So, it's one thing just to kill Goku's family. Like, I mean, killing it's fucked up in general. But it's one thing to kill Goku's family, and then it's another to steal Goku's body and kill his family with his own face. That is the worst thing about all of it. Goku's family, the last thing they saw before they died was Goku's face coming to kill them. I don't even want to imagine how they felt and how Goku must have felt at that. I mean, the man was pissed. And it's been a very long time since we have saw Goku to that point to where it's no fun in games anymore. Like, he's done. Like, he's pissed. Like, it's over. He is done with your shit. And that is how Goku reacted to finding out what happened to his family and what Goku Black did to him. He snapped. He literally snapped. And it's been... how long has it been since Goku was angry like that? Like, really pissed off. Like, just straight up rage mode. Was it Frieza? I think that was the last time Goku was really, really pissed. Now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, he snapped at Frieza after Krillin died, and then he went after Frieza. I would say that would be one of the last times Goku was truly pissed off. So... that being said, Goku snapping in this episode was refreshing. The way he was manhandling Zamasu, but also Goku Black in that scene was pretty badass. Let's just talk about the scene with Zamasu. Not Goku Black, but Zamasu, you know, the one that's immortal. Zamasu is so irrelevant with his power level, even though he's immortal, it's fucking hilarious. When Goku he's just at that point where he's anger. He just snapped. He's just using instant transmission, fighting back and forth with that sheer concentration, just punching bitches, punching Zamasu, like instant transmission, punching someone. I'm like, bro, Goku, chill. This is badass. Like, my favorite scene in that moment when Goku went straight up badass mode was when he used instant transmission after he pushed Black off. Used it, he got onto the ground. Zamasu's right behind him, and he's like shocked. He's like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, Goku's like, boom. It just knocks this out. I think I'm fucking wrecked! Dude, that was just so fucking wrecked, dude. Like, it is just so fucked up. Like, you know at that moment, Goku was just mad. He just instant transmissions in. He doesn't even look at your ass. The man's just shocked. He's like, huh? And it's like, boom, just knocks it fucking back. Yo. That shit was so good. Just seeing Zamasu just get knocked back like a little bitch. Oh, That was funny as hell. That was really, really funny. Just seeing Goku go up pure savage against that man and how he was fighting, you know, Goku Black. Now, speaking of Goku Black, his combo with the blade. Oh, that was... Damn. I really hope that is a move in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Like, you know, the game that's coming out. I hope Goku Black has that move. I want to use that fucking move. That was a badass move. Just the way he just, like, bladed Goku like that when he just made him explode from a distance. That was such a badass combo. I really, really hope that is a move with Goku Black's character in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, because that's how badass it was. So, overall, though, the episode of Dragon Ball Super, it was a good episode. We get a lot of development and, you know, understanding to what is going on, but a little bit more confusion on the whole timeline aspect, because apparently Zamasu, you know, the reason why he wasn't erased, or Goku Black wasn't erased, was thanks to the time ring. It wasn't thanks to the body, but it was thanks to the time ring, which stops him from being completely erased. But there's more to it. Apparently, some point in the past in another timeline, I'm guessing the third timeline, you had to where Zamasu was never handled. He was never taken care of. Beerus never came to finish him off, and it made it to where he was able to kill the Kai. And because of that, he was able to go into the future and eventually, you know, wish on the Dragon Balls to become Goku. So there was a timeline to where he never corrected. Like, you know, Beerus never corrected it, and since he already had it accomplished, he already got his time ring, and he was able to move on to the future, Beerus no longer can mess with him. So, with that being said, the man was able to avoid that, but then in our timeline, somehow, he died. So there's a lot of confusion I have about that, and if some of you smarter Chibits know how to handle that or how to explain that, please do so in the comments below. But you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.